we're back with another episode of Living in Granbury and Beyond. We really appreciate you tuning in to today's episode where we're going to be taking a look at the pros and cons of living in Aledo, Texas. Aledo is one of the fastest growing cities in the area, and it's a place that we get calls and texts about all the time. So we're finally here. We're putting together a video. What are the pros and cons of living in Aledo, Texas? Before we get started, if this is your first time to the channel, we really appreciate you tuning in to today's episode. Be sure to click that subscribe button and press the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about any changes or updates here in the Aledo market. All right, so jumping in, I wanted to start off, we are at the Aledo Square, what I would call it. It is downtown Aledo, and we've got the Aledo Diner, we've got Two Sisters Tea House, and a few other things. We've got this boutique here and many other things. So if you know me, you know every time I go to shoot a video, I always will try out a place to eat. So Aledo Diner is fantastic. They have great lunch specials. I had my daughter with me. She actually lost her tooth last night, so I took her to eat lunch with me while I'm out shooting videos today. So she got pancakes. I got the enchiladas, the beef and cheese enchiladas. Fantastic, some of the best enchiladas I've ever had. So highly recommend you check out the Aledo Diner. We also picked up some tea from Two Sisters Tea House, so highly recommend that as well. So what are the pros and cons of living in Aledo, Texas? Let's start with the pros. Number one pro for Aledo, and everybody already probably knows this that's doing any research. Aledo has the best schools, the best ISD, probably in 100 miles. I mean, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it is definitely the best in this immediate vicinity. If you compare Aledo ISD to any of the schools around, it's going to win hands down every time. So that is one of the major pros. The second pro is you can be in downtown Fort Worth in 20 minutes. So you have quick access into Fort Worth, but you're not in that hustle and bustle. Aledo itself is growing, so it is becoming a busier city, but it still has that small town feel to it. A lot of people know each other and a little bit more familiarity. So there is a bit of advantage to living out here and driving into Fort Worth. Another pro of living in Aledo is some of the lowest crime of anywhere around. So Fort Worth's going to have much higher crime rates. Aledo is one of the safest, lowest crime rate cities, appreciating values, and they also have some fantastic planned communities. So we're going to go take a look at one of those just to highlight it, Walsh Ranch. It is a exceptional planned community. So we're gonna get some drone footage and shoot some videos of that. And we're gonna take a look at 3 homes that are inside of that community. And then we're gonna do some more highlighting after that. So this is meant to be like a 3-series set of videos. We're gonna do Aledo, then we're gonna go to Brock, which is a lot of people call Old Aledo. A lot of the people that were in Aledo 5-6 years ago moved out to Brock. And then we're gonna do Santo, which is called Old Brock. So a lot of the people as Brock grew moved out to Santo. So we're gonna do a series of 3 videos highlighting 3 major markets that we serve here in this area. And we hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or if you like the video, please leave us a comment, shoot us a text, and yeah, hope to hear from you. So we looked at the pros of living in Aledo, but there's also gonna be the cons. With ISD that is as highly rated as Aledo, many would expect the property taxes and the ISD costs to be very high. So Aledo does have some of the highest taxes in this area. So if you're comparing Aledo to say Brock, Granbury, Weatherford, Stephenville, yes, Aledo is gonna have the higher tax rates. Matter of fact, I've got several people that are talking to me now whose kids are in 10th, 11th grade, and they're preparing to move as soon as their kids graduate. So if you're thinking about retiring and moving to a city, maybe an area like Aledo with high tax rates is not going to be the most conducive or the best place, the best bang for the buck. You might want to look at a lower tax rate, so like Granbury is going to be less than half of what Aledo's taxes are. So that's a big con. The second con is going to be just the amount of overall shopping in the city itself. So while Aledo is growing and while it is close to Fort Worth, inside of the city itself, there's limited options for dining, eating, shopping, entertainment. It's probably a bit smaller even than Granbury in terms of its overall city size. The proximity to Fort Worth does affect its, I'd say, convenience, because you can easily get access to some major entertainment and dining options in Fort Worth. And whereas Granbury is going to be a 45-50 minute drive, this is only going to be a 15-20 minute drive. from Aledo. So it is a major perk, this proximity, but in itself, it is a smaller city. And so if you're wanting to just run 10 minutes up into a small town and grab a bite to eat, there's less options here than you would with some of the slightly bigger cities, Weatherford, Granbury, Cleburne, Stephenville, for example. So those are really the main two cons. I think there's limited opportunities for housing. There are some major communities being built like Walsh, but there's not like a ton of places that you can go and live in Aledo. So I would say that in terms of variations, there's not a lot. There are also not a lot of major features like lakes or major places where you can buy a 10-acre parcel and live. So I'm not to say that they don't exist, they do, as far as 10 acres goes, but there's not like a major lake or attraction like you have in Granbury. So that there's some limits in terms of what you can do here. So those are the main cons. Overall, great city, highly recommend it, especially for school-aged children. If you're looking to put them in school, there's lots of great opportunities here in Aledo and a very desirable school system in ISD. So with that, we're gonna go run over to Walsh Ranch. We're gonna take a look at 3 homes and then we're gonna do a highlight of that neighborhood and hope you enjoy it. All right, we're continuing our tour around Walsh Ranch. It's one of the major planned communities being developed here in Aledo, Texas, and it is just fantastic. So I'm actually parked on a sidewalk and I'm gonna walk to a property just so you can kind of get a feel for the way this neighborhood is laid out. Very large sidewalks, plenty of room for people to come and go on it. You'll see many families that would be walking with children and strollers, people riding bicycles. Very active community overall. And I wanted to show you because there's a lot of different areas. Like this property that is directly across the street is probably going to be, a $1 million property. And there are lots of $1 million properties out here in this neighborhood. However, what people sometimes don't realize is there's these great opportunities to buy homes in here, under 6, under 5, and in this case, even under 400,000. So this property hit the market at $379. It was on the market for a couple of weeks and it is now under contract. However, if you have a desire for a property that is like this, it's a 3.2 built in 2020. It's 1776 heated square foot, and it's on the market for $379. And it'll probably sell close to full price. But it's a great opportunity and a great deal. There are properties in Walsh that's under 400,000. We're gonna go take a look at another one that's at 580, and then we're gonna look at another one that's closer to the 657 range. In my opinion, Walsh is gonna be primarily 600 to 750-ish is going to be the primary range, but there are some that are lower, like this one, under 4, and there's some that are over $1 million. So it comes down to really what you want. But this is a fantastic community. It has a clubhouse, amenities, pools. They are actually going to be developing shopping, like a shopping mall with dining opportunities for restaurants and stuff for folks can go to eat. So this is going to be a exceptional community once it's all finished, and I suspect that once everything is fully developed, the values will be even greater. So I think it's an opportunity to get an appreciating asset as all of these things kind of finish out. With the way Fort Worth and DFW is growing, this is one neighborhood that if I was looking in Aledo, this is a neighborhood I would be looking at. It's really a great community, and we're going to highlight some more. I've got some drone footage kind of overview, but I wanted to highlight this neighborhood in particular because it's something that we've gotten quite a few calls on, and we've done some legwork, so we wanted to kind of share what we have with you and see if you have any interest. All right, on to the next one. All right, we're continuing our tour around, and now we're going to look at a property that's under 6 here in Walsh Ranch. This is a 4.3 3248 heated square foot, built in 2020, and it's on the market for $580. So we're going to give you a shot of it. This kind of has a townhome style, 2-story, great curb appeal, and it looks like the yard is kind of small. The front, when you look out, is going to be wooded, and there's a trail that's going to be behind this that a lot of people will go jogging or riding bikes on. So again, this is a 4.3 3248, so very family friendly, on the market for $580. If you're a big family, you're looking for something I mean, these are actually decent prices for a home that size. If you go look around in other areas, that's one thing to take a look at. These homes are built in 2020. They're going to be modern. They're going to have nice updates, nice finishes, and they're also going to be very energy efficient. So that's another thing to look at. All right, so that's 580. We got one more to go and look at, and there was just a huge price reduction done on it, so I'm excited to show you that one as well. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at a home that's between 600 and 700 here in Walsh Ranch. We're going to be looking at a new construction, built 2024, 2776 heated square foot. They just did a price reduction down to 629. If you are looking for the best bang for your buck in Walsh Ranch for a new construction, there is not a better value on the market right now in Walsh Ranch than this home. Highly recommend, if it's something you've had your eye on for the past year, this is probably one of the best deals I've seen. Beautiful finishes in the home, and they just reduced it to 629. So they're trying to get rid of this and move on to something else. So this is a popular builder out here, Perry, and yeah, it's a great home. I've helped sell some in the past, so highly recommend you check them out. And yeah, so looking at the neighborhood, I wanted to give a quick little update as well. So in the newer parts of the neighborhood, you can see the trees are smaller. As the neighborhood develops, you're going to see more trees, but it is a new community, new planned development. So there's not going to be a ton of mature trees, but it is very well designed. Someone that is putting this together is really putting a lot of thought into how they want it to be set up. So sidewalks, nice areas to ride bicycles, trails. It very supportive of an active lifestyle. So again, this is Walsh Ranch. We could spend a whole day out here and not even capture everything that's in the neighborhood. So we'll do a follow-up video. We just wanted to attach one planned community in Aledo to our pros and cons of Aledo video, just to kind of give it a little bit more texture. And instead of going all around Aledo, we figured we'd just focus on this one, and we'll put some more together in the future. If you'd like more information on Walsh and you want us to put together some more videos of other homes, get you some more information on it, please reach out to us, let us know, and we'll do the legwork. We'd love to help. If there's other communities that you're interested in, you know, around Aledo, Saddle Creek, or wherever, let us know. We'll put some stuff together on those as well. If you're interested in the Aledo area, you're thinking about retiring, or maybe it's work and you're wanting to make sure you're in good schools for your kids, reach out to us. Let us know. We would love the chance to help out and see if we can help you locate, you know, the ideal property for you. All right, I really appreciate you tuning in to this video today, and until next time, I hope to hear from you. And we're here with the map portion of our look at the pros and cons of living in Aledo, Texas. We always like to put together a map view so that you can see where Aledo is, or whatever city we're looking at is in relation to Fort Worth, Granbury, and some of the surrounding cities and opportunities. So with that, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to take a look at the Google map view and go over a few pieces of information that we think will be helpful. So I'm sharing my screen with you. So first off, let's just look at the map. If we zoom out and look at where Aledo is in relation to Fort Worth, you can see how close it is. I mean, we are just on the west side of Fort Worth, very close, 15-20 minutes to be downtown Fort Worth. So excellent locations. If we look at where it's located, you get quick access to I-30 or I-20, which both of them are right here. So essentially, you would go down this road here, and then you would hit either interstate, and you have very quick straight access wherever you're going. There's also, you know, if you wanted to go to North Fort Worth, you would probably take the same route and just go up 30 and go up to, you know, North Fort Worth, River Oaks, or wherever. So we are looking at a city that is, in terms of proximity to Fort Worth, it is almost a suburb of Fort Worth. You know, Aledo could be claimed by Weatherford, or it could be claimed by Fort Worth because it's directly in the middle. It's in between the two cities, and for that, it is just a location that is quickly going to develop. If we just look at all the white space here, Dallas, Fort Worth, you can envision kind of where this growth is about to happen next. Aledo is on the cusp of being filled in with the white of Fort Worth, and at that stage, it just really becomes more like a suburb of the Fort Worth area. The neighborhood that we looked at, and specifically, was Walsh Ranch. But the city of Aledo, if we just pull it up on the map, you can see, I mean, it's not a very large city in terms of what's all incorporated, but it has stuff that's all around it. So you have the city of Aledo is down here. You have Walsh Ranch that is up here. And there's some communities spread out, Morningstar and others that are spread out in Aledo that we can go highlight if you would like. But we wanted to highlight this one because this is one of our favorite neighborhoods for the Aledo market. It is right across from McNally, the middle school, so great access in terms of being nearby for children. The HOA for Walsh Ranch is $229 per month. They have pools, recreation centers, parks, trails, just a ton of amenities, and we can shoot you some information if that's something that you're interested in. And then last but not least, we mentioned the property taxes. I wanted to get you some hard numbers on that. So property taxes for Walsh Ranch specifically is 2.375, call it 2.4. So let's just say you have a house that is assessed at $580,000. The taxes on that are going to be around $13,000 per year. It's going to be around about. You have some exemptions that you're going to get potentially that might get you down to 11.5. So there's some options out there. But just as a ballpark, just to kind of begin to prepare for it, you may be coming from a state that has income taxes, and when you get here, we don't have income taxes, so there's some trade-offs there. The taxes for properties are high in Texas, and in terms of how they compete with one another, Aledo ISD is some of the highest ISD taxes that you're going to see in this area. They do have the best schools. That is the trade-off. Higher taxes, better schools. It's kind of what you're looking at. All right, so let me show you something real quick as well. We have Aledo here, and a similar market to Aledo is Aneta, especially Aneta South down here. You have some properties a lot of people that they're right beside one another. But a lot of people have left Aledo and they've gone to Brock. That's why they call Brock Old Aledo, is because it's the people that used to be in Aledo go to Brock. So let's go look at where Brock is in relation to Aledo. So if you think about Fort Worth, it's growing. Fort Worth is growing in this direction here. And as it fills in, the people will actually migrate over here. And Brock is becoming a very fast-growing city. It also has great schools. So you see some of the similar things that got Aledo where it was. Now those people have gotten Brock where it is. This is push for really good schools and really good community and safe, low crime rates. Well, what's happening is that a lot of these Brock folks that used to be in Brock have now gone to Santo. So what they've done here is they've bounced out over here into this little area of Santo. And this is going to be the people who are what I would call ultra rural. They don't want to be in the hustle and bustle of a city. The Brock folks, they want to be close to the action, but they don't want to be directly in it. And then, Aledo, they want to have very quick access to entertainment options and all of that. So I hope this look at Aledo was helpful. It is a city that has lots of unique features and things that will really appeal to folks that are looking to relocate here. I think that ideally Aledo is going to be school-aged children that are going to benefit from the higher property taxes that you're paying. In terms of like retirement, there are appreciating values for Aledo, and so from that standpoint, it is a safe investment because of the school zone for resale. Probably on the retirement side, less people will be looking at Aledo, more will be looking at like Granbury, or maybe even looking a little bit more rural than that, moving out toward like Bluffdale or Brock. But it's a great option if you want to consider it. If you have family that are going to be in the area and you're trying to be close by, you can. Aledo is definitely has a lot of opportunities and options. You can also live right outside of Aledo, get into the Parker County, which has comparatively low tax rates, and stay on the Parker County side outside Aledo ISD, and you'll have quick access to Aledo if you want to be close to family, but maybe get some lower taxes. And we can help you with that if that's something that you're interested in. All right, with that, if you have any questions, reach out to me.
Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I would love the chance to answer any questions you have, give some advice. Even if you're, 6 months or a year out, we'd love the chance to connect with you. If we don't hear from you, we hope to see you around Aledo sometime.